So we knew things were bad, but I we did not think that things would get so much worse so soon. Consoles like the Xbox and PlayStation 5 and even the Nintendo Switch 2 have raised in prices because of all the RAM and computer components going towards all this AI and language models nonsense, and then after some a really good showcase, Xbox is actually going to close some of their studios. One of them even being, I think, Ninja Theory, who the studio behind Setsuna Hellblade, and I'm surprised they're shutting them down despite them announcing that Setsuna's getting a brand new game. Interesting choice. Valve comes out with the Steam Machine, which is very overpriced and is actually less powerful than the base PlayStation 5. And partially, this is while it is also because of the RAM and computer components going towards AI, Valve refuses to sell the Steam Machine at a loss. So rather than continuing this slow death by 1,000 cuts, Sony, PlayStation decides to just drop a bomb, to light up a stick of dynamite. And they are announcing that going into January 2028 and onward, they are going to stop producing and distributing physical media, games on discs. Now, specifically here in the PlayStation blog, it specifies physical game disc production for all new games releasing on PlayStation consoles will be discontinued. Okay. So, new games releasing on PlayStation consoles. So, just based on this wording, it is plausible that this is going to apply to all games on PlayStation, including third-party games. So, it's not just going to be PlayStation first-party titles that are going to be digital only. No, they're going to force everyone to transition into digital, to which there is a chance that the eventual PlayStation 6 is going to be digital only, as we even saw with the PlayStation 5 having versions without a disk drive. And if you want a disk drive, you have to buy that separate. It is an attachment. It's an accessory. It is an add-on, something you need to plug into the console. If for those of you who do have physical media. And of course, we get some corporate nonsense about how this is good for the consumer, to which we know it's not. This is a blatant lie. There's also something about this is supposed to benefit retailers. No, it does not. This actually kills retailers. I have less reason to walk into a Target, a GameStop, or a Walmart. I go to those places because I want to physically hold on to my games. I enjoy looking at the cases, and even when games actually came with manuals, I actually enjoyed reading them, because sometimes it would actually have tidbits of storytelling or even just official artwork. It essentially acted as a mini art book. But this is actually not the end of it, because also now PlayStation is plans to shut down the PlayStation 3 and Vita stores. They already tried doing this a few years ago, but the backlash was so immense that they ended up backpedaling off of it. But I have a hunch that this time, no, they are going to commit to the idea, even though the backlash for not just shutting down the PlayStation 3 and Vita store, but also the backlash about stopping the production of physical media of games on discs. I have a hunch that despite the outrage, they are going to stick by their guns and go through with it. The reason why I personally care about the PlayStation 3 and Vita store, well, mainly the PlayStation 3, I never owned a Vita. I still have my PlayStation 3. In fact, I still bought a few games off of it. I'm pretty sure last year I actually bought a few games off of the PlayStation 3 store, and that is because the PlayStation 3 offered digital versions of some PlayStation 1 and 2 games that to this day have never been re-released. Persona 3 FES, Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2, Persona 2 Eternal Punishment, and for a while, Final Fantasy Tactics was still available. It still is available on the PlayStation 3 store, but the question of will Final Fantasy Tactics ever be re-released was a big question mark. And thankfully, it did get re-released in the Ivalice Chronicles, and freaking fantastic remaster, by the way. But yeah, there are a select few games on the PlayStation 3 and probably even the PlayStation Vita store that have not been re-released to any modern platforms, whether that be PlayStation 4, 5, or even Steam and Switch. Even the PlayStation 1 Final Fantasies 7, 8, and 9 eventually did get physical re-releases for Nintendo Switch. And then there's even like Chrono Trigger. If you go to the PlayStation 3 store, you are going to be purchasing the PlayStation 1 version of Chrono Trigger with all the anime cutscenes. But surprisingly, Chrono Trigger has only been re-released for Steam. And I'm surprised it has not been re-released for even PlayStation 4 or Switch, which is why I kind of wonder if they plan to do something, if Square Enix plans to do something with Chrono Trigger in the near future. Oh yeah, and also Xenogears is has never been re-released, and the most modern, the most recent available version is on the PlayStation 3 store. So yeah, there are a select few games that are available specifically on the PlayStation 3's PlayStation Store, and this is why I care about it. So, for those of you who want to panic buy and make some last-minute purchases, well, you have only so much time left. So, Mexico and Honduras and Nicaragua, you have until next month, into August. The rest of Latin America, so South America and Middle Eastern countries, you have until late 2026. Okay, very vague. And then for Canada, United States, Europe, Asia, and Africa, you have until next July. You have until next year to panic buy any games from the PlayStation 3 store. But Jesus Christ. I don't know how many more of us are going to continue supporting PlayStation if they're going to keep doing this. And the thing is that the bar is so low that it's kind of strange to say that the most fair and most consumer friendly out of the Big Three or Big Four, Elite Four, since I like to include Steam/Valve in there sometimes. So between PlayStation, Xbox, or Microsoft, Nintendo, and Steam/Valve, it's kind of strange how Nintendo might be the most consumer friendly. You can make an argument for Steam just because they have so many sales and the games go for dirt cheap for so many times throughout the year. But for those of you who champion physical media like I do, it's kind of strange to say that Nintendo is kind of the winner here. Because even Nintendo's third-party titles, a lot of them are going on to gain key cards, to which that's like fake. It's fake physical media. But at the very least, a lot of their first-party titles are fully on cartridge. So Mario Kart World, the upcoming Fire Emblem game, those are all on the cartridge. And a select few third-party developers, such as, I don't know if NetherRealm was in charge with the Mortal Kombat collection, but the Switch 2 version of the Mortal Kombat collection, that was all on cartridge. CD Projekt Red with Cyberpunk 2077, that is all on cartridge. But yeah, I guess we have reason to swap over to Nintendo, I guess. I don't know if this is rock bottom. I hope this is rock bottom. And I would like to think that we can only go upwards from here because, yeah, I'm just at a loss for words.